So my name's Sophie and Elliot. I'm a salaried GP and I work 4 sessions at Speldhurst and Greggswood surgery in Tunbridge Wells.
Elliot Crampton Bissett. I am a salaried GP at Aylesford medical practice for 3 days a week, and I've just started working as an education fellow at the Kent Medway Medical School for 1.5 days a week.
I think for me the timing was really good because I just, as for most of us, have come fresh out of registrar years and walked into my first salary job not knowing kind of any difference really than what I was used to as my registrar role. So being able to meet other newly qualified GPs who are in similar positions, whether it be salaried, locum roles, and it was just really nice to kind of all see each other and talk about our experiences.
I think that the sessions are very varied, and certainly some of the leadership days, all 3 of the leadership days and the one-to-one coaching have been particularly good, very insightful. There's a lot of self-reflection there, but actually really promotes thinking and self-improvement. So I really enjoyed those.
So kind of touching on what I've said before, really, it was sharing experiences. So things that you think you might be suffering alone with, whether that be workload, whether it be time management, whether it be the support that you need, having somebody else again to talk to and say, actually, no, I'm going through that and I've tried X, Y, and Z. Just really helpful. The other thing that I found really useful was the mentorship scheme. So when you're in their fellowship, they assign you a mentor and you can touch base with them kind of on I think mine's an 8-week basis. And it was just nice to get somebody that was a professional, who's experienced, who's not affiliated to my job or my role. So somebody kind of outside of that, to just ask some guidance, whether it be clinical, whether it be work-life balance, whether it be practical things.
Personally, I think when we first started, we were told that we would have an opportunity to network, and there would be opportunities that would likely arise from being a member of the New to Practice programme. And I did find that. I've been interested in education, and when first starting the programme, got into contact and talked with Alicia and Claire, and from there got links to working with the simulation team and getting onto the clinical supervisor course as well.
Say to get all the admin side done pretty quickly and to make sure that you get a timetable of the dates and what the sessions are, whether they're half days or full days, and just put them in the diary straight away, because I got that email, saved it, and then kind of had to keep coming back to it to find out what Tuesday is it and what session is it on. So in hindsight, I should have just got the timetable, put it in my diary so I knew exactly what was going on and when. The second thing I would say was to keep on top of the invoicing, because as you're aware, we do get paid for this, and it isn't something that I was used to, keeping tabs of how much money and how often I should be kind of invoicing. So I would say just make sure you know the invoice form, you know who to send it to, you do that kind of in a timely manner.
I would say that certainly a lot of teaching that we would have had in our careers as medical students and as foundation doctors and during GP VTS, sometimes you look at the title of what you're going to be attending and you might think, oh, this might be quite boring, or it might be quite heavy. I would say that really nearly all of the sessions were beyond my expectations to what I thought was going to happen in them. You get to spend time with peers, talk about your experiences at the moment, but also it's really showing you where you are in your own practice, where you could be in the future as well. And like I said earlier, with the leadership and with the one-on-one mentoring sessions, it's a really good tool for self-reflection and self-learning to make you feel better in the future.
There's a lot of other avenues to explore whilst you're on the fellowship. So there are other fellowships that you can take on board, and they do make them very apparent and ask your advice on what you would like to do. So if you want other opportunities, they are there for you. You just need to ask and go get them, and don't be shy about that. I think the only thing that I think was kind of useful, which I've realised now, is that a lot of these sessions can count towards CPD for your portfolio. So if you're organised, you can sometimes, while you're in the session, add it to your portfolio as you're going along. And it's often, I find that actually it's more useful that way because you remember more things, and you might note down important websites or links or names of people, and then actually you're doing your CPD and your portfolio hours as you go along.
If you go there and you attend it and you listen, some worth out of it, but actually it's thinking about what they've said during these sessions and putting that into practice. And probably, as much as we don't like reflecting on it afterwards, we've had other sessions where strengths, about conversations that initiate change. We had a really good talk about presentations, and all of those where, yes, they were really good on the day, but actually it's making sure that you use those skills in the future to really make it even more worthwhile turning up on the day.